I'm Tiger Height, and I'm here to make AEW Dynamite's homecoming and Pro Wrestling majestic again. There was a lot of things I liked about this show, but then there were things that were absolutely ridiculous. But for God's sake, if they mentioned Brodie Lee one more time, I might have lost my mind. God, how many more times can Tony Khan rape that goddamn body? Apparently Jay Briscoe is already done. But despite the controversial and, I will say, funny jokes, let's get into the show because, like I said, the opener was good. I liked the ending for the most part, despite what they looked like. Let's get into it, I guess. Our first match was one of the matches that I was really looking forward to, and I'm surprised that it was the opener, Claudio Castagnoli and Hangman Page. Why did these two face off? That's a really good question. I have no fucking idea. This was Claudio's, I think, debut within Dailies, and Hangman Page was here. And like I said, I liked the entrance. The entrance was really cool. Usually they had like the little tube whatever thing and just the tunnel on the one side. But they actually had like a whole set, which actually visually looked really, really good. I also have no idea why my mic continues to clip out like that, but we're just gonna fucking roll with it. Oh, by the way, if this microphone sounds better, let me know in the comments. I haven't heard any complaints, and it sounds good to me. And the one thing that I really liked about this match is that they actually kept Claudio sort of strong here, where it took 2 buckshot lariats for Hangman to win. So, to be honest with you, the right person won, but also the winner did not necessarily look like a dog shit wrestler. So, with those two things, it has to get a full thumbs up for me. Good opener, lots of good energy, it was structured really well, and then the ending was good. Nobody looked bad, and I liked pretty much everything about this match. Well, maybe other than how random it is, but I can overlook that for some good wrestling. You see, people, Tiger Height is just right down the middle. If it looks good and it sounds good and it's actually good in the ring, then it gets a couple of thumbs up. But you know what? If there were more than I, thought, even if, just a random match thrown together, but everything sort of worked, especially if it's the opener, I give it a lot more credit. So I can't necessarily be mad about that overall. And it gets a full thumbs up. Here's one of our 2 Brodie Lee tribute match butt fucks, whatever the fuck they want to do. A bunch of baby faces that mean absolutely nothing, even though Preston Vance is not a baby face, taking on a bunch of heels because reasons. This was stupid. This was legitimately stupid. And I get it. They want to fucking sit there, dig up Brodie, and fuck him in the ass. But guess what? I ain't buying it for a goddamn second. You could have done this on any other show. This was embarrassing. It was also the discus lariat from goddamn Preston Vance for the win. He's just going to go right back on being a heel. Because reasons. It was fine. Orange Cassidy thumbs down and fuck you because of the exploitation of a dud wrestler for the umpteenth time. Brodie's been dead for like 3 years now. Get over it. Well, he won't, because obviously Tony Khan likes money and he's desperate on getting it because daddy ain't gonna be funding him for too much longer if they lose another $34 goddamn million. And guess what? This whole thing about digging up Brodie ain't gonna fucking help ya. Woo! Samoa Joe segment. Let me tell you one thing. The one thing that I noticed about this side plates. They had custom side plates. I wonder what that reminds me of. It reminds me of WWE because this is bootleg WWE. If WWE was a Wish version, this would be it. Oh, it's about the wrestling. It's the alternative. Yeah, no, when it was the alternative, it was better. This ain't the alternative anymore. This is WWE Light, bitch. And guess what? Dude, this little side plates. Oh, you thought you were being cute there? You think it doesn't matter? A lot of this actually matters, people. The visuals matter a lot more than anything. And guess what? If you say that it doesn't matter, listen to the show. Don't watch it. Listen to it. Like a radio. Tell me that it doesn't matter then. Tell me that it doesn't matter. Anyway, Samoa Joe was talking. They didn't mention MJF once because of course they fucking didn't. And we had a couple of people come out. We had Swerve Strickland come out, who should have been the number one contender in the first place. Instead of Samoa Joe winning the goddamn title from MJF, it should have been Swerve Strickland. Then we had Hangman Page. Fuck. Then we had Hook. Tony, look at me right here. You got ratioed on Twitter. Jinder Mahal bent you over and showed you who's daddy. And then putting Hook, who you mentioned, into this because you are a butthurt little bitch ain't gonna fucking help you. In fact, let's devalue this champion even more. Horrible. The promo was not really all that good. Hangman Page is now distracted, or Swerve Strickland is now distracted with Hangman Page fucking again. He should be going for the world champion, and now you have Hook going for it. Thumbs down, and fuck you. And the only reason that it's one thumbs down is, at the very least, you establish Swerve Strickland within any sort of interest for the AEW World Champion. Because that's who should have been the person. That should have been, instead of Samoa Joe. And I like Samoa Joe. But Swerve was the guy. Swerve is the guy. Well, he was. His momentum is dead in the water at this point. And that sucks, and that's not his fault. That was Tony Khan's fault. Oh, for God's sake, what do you see in Sammy goddamn Guevara? I have no clue. We have Sammy Guevara and Ricky Starks. This is to promote the tag team title match at Battle of the Belts. And no, I'm not going to do a review on it. I have not done it now, ever, because it's stupid and it's non-canon. Of course, one person who wants to be a rapist is teaming with a rapist. That's wonderful. That's absolutely goddamn wonderful. The double standard in this company is absolutely insane. Might as well have Patrick Clark team with Lars Sullivan. In fact, actually, I think Lars Sullivan should have been in WWE, but that's just beside the point. At least Lars Sullivan only said mean things and did maybe a little bit of butt play. But guess what? All of that was consenting. Instead of Sammy Guevara, who said, I want to rape Sasha Banks. And then Chris Jericho, who made some maybe questionable turns. And hey, Velveteen Dream. How old were they? They probably had a C+ in pre-algebra. And guess what? It was a kick in a cradle for Sammy Guevara to win. Ricky Starks looked like he was knocked out, but because it's Sammy Guevara, I'm not terribly surprised. We had shenanigans there. It gets an Orange Cassidy thumbs down, and it's not a fuck you because I have too much respect for Ricky Starks to give a fuck you for Ricky Starks. The other dog shit, let's rape Brodie Lee's body yet again here with the women. And obviously Anna Jay was the main focus because she was part of the Dark Order. And here's the other question. Where was the rest of the Dark Order in this entire show? Where were they? Seriously. Did you see him? I didn't see him. This is bullshit. Bullshit to the nth degree. Queenslayer for the win. It was a match. Thumbs down, fuck you. Then Roderick Strong took on Bryan Keith. It was a nothing burger, end of heartache for the win. Adam Cole and the rest of the undisputed bootleg kingdom cut a promo. It was actually really not all that good. It's going to get a thumbs down, not quite a fuck you. And then our main event, we have Sting and Darby Allin taking on the Don Callis family. To be honest with you, it was fine. Sting took a very scary bump off of the ramp through a table because this company is incompetent on being safe in any way, shape, and form. But Sting and Darby Allin won with that spot. The Young Bucks came out, and I swear to God, if that's going to be Sting's final match, I'm going to be fucking pissed off. But that was really the show. Let me know what you thought about my review, but also Dynamite in the comments. And as always, be majestic.